Alright everyone, we got a challenge cup this time, and I have to jump right into it. I didn't record it at the time, so I'm recording it now. Anyway, he gets a Lugia, and I'm just like, what? I need to toxic this thing pronto, otherwise it's going to absolutely wreck my team, because Lugia and challenge cup is nuts. He takes a turn to Swords Dance, but Phanpy is amazing and has awesome moves like Rock Slide, and turns out to be a Zoroark, so it's like, crap. That means I didn't even hit his Lugia. This is bad. This is really bad. So I stick in because I have to, I guess, and I'm able to take care of it. And then comes a Golurk, so I'm like, well, I'll just toxic this guy while I'm still here. Hits me with the Dynamic Punch, which at the time I didn't know. He ends up being no guard, but at the moment I was just like, what? You've got to be joking. So I switch out, go to a bug to resist it. He switches out as well, and I'm like, crap, Cobalion in addition with Lugia? I'm just way outmatched here, and I'm like, come on, Xerxes, you got to pull this out. So I went to Phanpy just as fodder. He ended up boosting up instead, so that really hurt. And then I go to Gardevoir for a Focus Blast. He uses Double Team, which it's technically allowed in Challenge Cups, but every Challenge Cup match I've had, there's been a gentleman's rule to not use it. So I gave him a little gripe about that, and but that's really my fault. It's part of the rules, so other people are going to use it, and that's their thing. So thankfully, Focus Blast hit is all I can say. He hits another Dynamic Punch, which at this point I'm getting frustrated about it, because again, I didn't know it was no guard yet. Hits a third one. Eventually I check its abilities and realize it must, but I was just like, man, Lugia, Cobalion, he's hitting all these no guards, using Double Team. I'm just like, come on, I'm not out of this just yet. So I switch in Gardevoir, I go for an Energy Ball, because all he had seen so far had been Focus Blast. Unfortunately, he didn't stay in. I switch out to Larvitar to be Rock type, just because, really, more than anything else. If he brought his guy into mine, then he must have a reason for it, so I'm just switching for the hell of it. And at this point now, I'm just switching around, switch to a bug to resist Dynamic Punch, let Toxic rack up, hits me again, and I think it might have been at that point when I checked his ability, but pretty soon I realized that he's just not going to miss with it at all, so that's totally fair. It was just frustrating for the first half of the battle when I didn't check. He makes a really good prediction, expecting me to expect a normal type move, goes for Brick Break. Thankfully, it's only ×2 on this guy, not ×4 like his evolved counterpart. But I switch immediately out, knowing that Golurk was coming back in. Unfortunately, it's faster than Gardevoir, and he gets a crit. It's like, I was going to resist it if I was, slower at all, but I get critted for it. And then I hit myself, so I don't even get to kill it in time. But he felt bad about that and used Double Team. To which it would have ended up dying whether it went for another no guard, but it would have forced out my Nincada because I would have had that confusion on there and whatever. It doesn't make a difference as opposed to how the match went, so not too big of a deal. I stick around in going for some double edges instead to kill this guy with, and eventually I get it down there. But again, I would have had to switch him out with a confusion otherwise. So now the Lugia comes in. He still has one poke I haven't seen left, which obviously you guys can see already because it's revealed because this is a replay. But I'm just like, man, he's got 2 guys left. If I can take care of this Lugia, I'll have a chance. I know I've got Rock Slide on this guy. I can hit him well. He only seems to have Round, which is awesome. Hit him with another Rock Slide. That one did way more. So I check, he's got Multiscale. But since it only did 48%, it would have been a 3-hit KO anyway. So his Multiscale didn't even come into play. I'm able to take it out. He's got just one guy left. It couldn't be anything good, right? Nope. Another Uber. And I was just like pulling my hair out at this point. I'm like, come on, Staryu. I didn't go to Staryu all game because it had bad moves. All it has is Rollout. But Rollout right here is perfect. He goes for a Bind and then an Avalanche, but it's just not going to be enough. Somehow with freaking Phanpy and Staryu and Larvitar and Nincada, I'm able to take out a couple of legendaries with no guard Dynamic Punch, and I freaking won. I couldn't believe it. I had a ton of fun, so thanks for the game. Thanks for watching, guys. Take it easy. Catch you later. Peace!